You guys. I don't even know how to say this without my heart literally breaking as I speak. But please, before we get into it, take a second to subscribe. If you're a real fan of Chang Wook, Hyun, or just love hearing the raw truth about your favorite K-drama stars, this is where you'll always get the most heartfelt updates. And today, this one's going to hurt. So, grab some tissues, because what I'm about to share doesn't feel real. Not after everything. Not after all the love, all the hints, all the years of quiet support from fans who just knew there was something special between them. But sadly, the agency has confirmed it. Chang Wook and Hyun have broken up. Let that sink in. This isn't just another breakup rumor floating around online. This isn't fan speculation or some clickbait headline from an anonymous forum. This came directly from their agency. And hearing those words, confirmed, is like hearing a final goodbye to something we all secretly hoped was real and forever. If you followed their journey from the beginning, then you know how deep this goes. It all started back in 2017, when they starred together in Suspicious Partner. That drama was iconic, and I don't use that word lightly. Their chemistry was insane. It wasn't just acting, it felt like we were watching two people genuinely fall for each other, scene after scene. And maybe, we were. Because ever since then, fans have picked up on the little things. The lingering glances during interviews. The quiet support on social media. The coincidental photos where they seem to be in the same place at the same time. The matching accessories, the cryptic posts, the way they never really denied anything, but also never confirmed. And you know what? We respected that. We knew they were private people, and we were okay with that. We just wanted them to be happy. Together or not. But deep down, I think most of us believed it was together. We just felt it. And now, it's gone. According to a very recent statement from the agency, while they kept the wording polite and professional, it was clear. The two have decided to go their separate ways. The reason given? Differences in personal goals and timing. That's what they said. And doesn't that just make it worse? It wasn't scandal. It wasn't betrayal. It wasn't some messy breakup filled with drama. It was just life. Two people growing, changing, and realizing they weren't aligned anymore. And that's heartbreaking. Because it means they probably did care about each other. Maybe even loved each other. But love sometimes isn't enough. The agency made it sound like a mutual decision, something both Chang Wook and Hyun agreed on after thoughtful discussions. They asked for privacy. They asked for fans to continue supporting both stars in their separate careers. And of course, we will. Of course we'll still be rooting for them. But man, it still hurts. Especially because they never even officially admitted they were together. All those years of quiet love, and now it ends with quiet heartbreak. Can we talk about Chang Wook for a second? This man has been through so much in his career. He's carried roles that demanded everything, emotionally, physically, mentally. He served in the military. He returned and still managed to dominate the screen like nothing had changed. And all that time, he stayed so humble. So grounded. We watched him evolve from the playful guy and healer to the emotionally complex character in Lovestruck in the City. And through it all, there was this calm in him. A maturity. I really believed a part of that came from his relationship with Hyun. And Hyun, can we just appreciate how phenomenal she is? She's not loud about her fame. She doesn't chase the spotlight. But when she's on screen, you can't take your eyes off her. She brings this depth, this quiet intensity that just pulls you in. She's been acting since she was a child, and yet she still carries herself with such grace and wisdom. Watching her in 100 Days My Prince and later in Little Women, you could see how much she'd grown, not just as an actress, but as a person. And again, maybe part of that came from being with someone like Chang Wook. So how do we process this now? I'll be honest. When I first read the headline, I thought it was fake. I actually closed the tab and reopened it because I didn't want to believe it. I started reading comments. People were crying, writing long posts about how heartbroken they were. Some were even in denial, saying they'll wait until Chang Wook says it himself. But the agency's words were clear. It's over. And it makes you think, what kind of pressure must they have been under? Dating as a celebrity in South Korea is no joke. The media, the expectations, the fan reactions, it's intense. There's so little room to just be human. To love, to fight, to doubt, to grow. Maybe that's what pulled them apart in the end. Not a lack of love, but a lack of space to love freely. I keep going back to something Chang Wook once said in an interview. He said, "If I ever love someone, I want to protect that person, even if it means not telling the world." And at the time, I thought that was the most romantic thing I'd ever heard. But now, it hits differently. Because maybe, that's what he did. Maybe they loved each other quietly, deeply, and when it became too hard, they let go quietly, too. There's no villain in this story. Just two beautiful people, trying to navigate life under a microscope. Loving someone enough to care when their world shifts, even if yours doesn't directly change. So what now? We support them. We keep watching their dramas. We send them love through our screens. And if either of them ever decides to speak about this publicly, we listen with respect. We don't pry. We don't speculate. We just honor the journey they shared, even if it was behind the scenes. I hope they're okay. Truly. I hope Chang Wook finds peace and clarity in his work and his personal life. I hope Hyun continues to shine in everything she does. I hope they both know how much we care, not because we want a fairy tale ending, but because we want them to be happy. Even apart. This wasn't the update I wanted to make today. I wanted to be here celebrating a new drama, or maybe even a secret wedding. But life doesn't always give us what we want. Sometimes it gives us truth. And sometimes, that truth is sad. Thank you for watching until the end. I know this wasn't easy to hear, and it definitely wasn't easy to say. But if you appreciate honest, emotional storytelling, the kind that doesn't sugarcoat anything, please consider subscribing. This channel is about more than celebrity news. It's about real feelings, real people, and the stories that connect us. Until next time, take care of your heart. Hug your favorite Chang Wook or Hyun drama a little tighter tonight. And remember, it's okay to feel sad. That just means you cared. Broken heart. Stay strong, everyone. And let's keep loving them, just as they are.